everyone, welcome back to the kitchen. Today we have a leftover makeover. Corned beef and cabbage and mashed potatoes. We're gonna turn it into this delicious corned beef and cabbage casserole bake, and I can't wait to show you how this all comes together. Today we're gonna do a leftover makeover using our St. Patrick's Day dinner leftovers. So, I made St. Patrick's style dinner, corned beef, cabbage, mashed potatoes, and this is what we have left over. I thought, let's do something different, because I think Rick and I are probably the only ones who will eat this anyway, and I'm gonna layer this up like a shepherd's pie or a lasagna, and we're just gonna roll with it. Because we wanna use up what we have in the fridge, we don't wanna be wasting food ever, but especially at this time when we're all on self-quarantine, or we are all running on limited pantry stock, and maybe you just need some new ideas, and maybe you have some leftovers that you could incorporate into this idea. You know it, we've got corned beef all ready to go. We've got some cabbage that was sauteed with some apple and some butter. I did not cook my cabbage in with the corned beef. There are a few carrots in there in the middle you can't see, and my mashed potatoes are over here. These I cooked separately, obviously. We had mashed potatoes instead of boiling the potatoes because this wasn't a traditional New England boiled dinner. What I'm gonna do is we're just gonna go ahead and we're gonna start layering this all up. And I am gonna use my hands, and we're just gonna go from there. So I'm gonna the first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get the cabbage and the carrots in the bottom. And because it's a little bit late right now in the day, we're making this video. But since I'm gonna have this for lunch today, and we want it a little bit faster and we don't wanna wait, we're gonna pop this in the microwave until it's heated through, really. This may actually easily serve 6 people in this 8-inch square pan. You'll be able to feed more than you think. And if you put a salad on the side here, if you're gonna serve this for your main meal of the day, then this actually is gonna give you a good sized casserole, and everybody is gonna be really happy. All right, so I have our vegetables in the bottom. We've crumbled our meat on the top. If you would like to layer your slices of corned beef, feel free. This is just gonna make it a little bit easier to serve as a casserole. I had my mashed potatoes in a Ziploc bag. And so what I'm just gonna do is I cut the corner off with a pair of scissors, and I'm just gonna use this like a pastry bag. And I'm gonna distribute the mashed potatoes atop of our little casserole. Just like that. And then I'm just gonna take a butter knife or a big spoon or something, and let's spread this out a little bit evenly. Probably not a new idea. I'm probably sure that some of you out there have already done this in life. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna sprinkle this with a little bit of cheddar cheese. So use what you have on hand. Because I'm gonna pop this in the microwave. I'm gonna put a piece of parchment on the top of it, and I'm gonna heat this on 50% power, and then when we come back, I'll show you what it looks like, and we'll serve up some. Corned beef and cabbage bake casserole layered whatever is all done. I had mentioned I heated mine up in the microwave, and it took a little bit longer than I anticipated. I did run it for about 5 minutes on medium power, so 50% power in my microwave, which is 1100 watts, and it took an additional 5 minutes on high because it wasn't quite hot enough in the center. So I just kept sticking my offset spatula in the middle to test the doneness. And you can see it's a little done around it's a little like crispy around the outside. The cheese is protecting the mashed potatoes. I am not disappointed with the way it has turned out. I did add the additional cheese on top, and I really feel like we can get 6 nice servings out of this. Maybe a little more. We'll see. But I'm gonna just leave that like that, and we'll see if this wants to come out of the casserole dish at all. I don't know if it's going to cooperate, but we'll see. And of course, the cabbage is a little bit has a lot of moisture in it, so the bottom is going to be a little bit liquidy. And if you do that in the oven, you might be able to avoid that to some degree. So that's entirely up to you. Like I said, if you're going to make this in the oven, I would suggest going ahead and doing it at 350 or so for approximately 25 to 30 minutes or till brown and bubbly and all ready to go.
Smells good.
It smells fabulous. It looks great. I mean, this is just a way that we can make some leftovers a little bit different and put a little bit of a spin on it in case you have people in your home who don't really love leftovers. I'm not a huge leftover fan, but when I make them into something else, I'm always a little bit happier. Okay, so there we have it. We're all ready. Do you want to taste this?
If I have to.
You have to. Let's get you some cheesy potato and a little bit of everything in here, right? Mm-hmm. The beauty part of this is that, you know, it's like the perfect bite and it's already made for you. What do you think?
Perfect.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
Right. I mean, how can you go wrong? You already know you like this meal because we already ate it once, like normal.
It's perfect temperature.
Well, there you have it. So that's how you take your corned beef and cabbage dinner, turn it into a delicious casserole. I hope you give this idea a try. I hope you learned something. I hope that when you do give it a try that you love it. And until next time, I'll see ya.